Welcome to your daily focus for November the 6th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. So I apologize. I didn't get the weeklies done. My computer, Mercury, is in shadow for anybody who's having difficulties. I had so many, I don't know if you would call it mice, a whole bunch of computer mouse points all over my screen, and it was clicking things open and making things big and shrinking things down, and I didn't have time to react, and I tried turning it off, and then, but every time I turned it back on, there was all these, so there's all these pointers, and I worked on it for 2 or 3 hours last night. And then I turned it over to my son, and I said, I've got lots on my plate today, so when I get home, please have it fixed. And he's got most of it fixed, so good enough to do a video with. So I apologize, and you know what? It's such a huge energy week for us, and we've been going through this huge energy. So I truly do apologize. I mean, we had last week, we had Mercury move into Sagittarius. We had Venus move into Libra. This week we have Uranus still in retrograde, but moving back into Aries. And we have Jupiter later in this week moving into Sagittarius. On top of that, the nodes are all changing. I think Uranus is actually today, and the nodes are actually today. So the nodes have been in Leo, North Node in Leo, and Aquarius for the last 18 months, and now they move into Cancer and Capricorn. So we go from a very fixed kind of energy to a very cardinal kind of energy. So and we have the new moon this week. So there is an incredible amount of shifts, energy shifts happening in the skies, but within us, right? So not a week to miss. The Chariot. Pull back on those reins. Don't get caught up in the whirlwind of confusion, of drama, of other people's drama, of other people's agendas. Focus on you right now. It's so important to focus on you, where you want to go, what path you want to take going forward. So it is a time to rest. It's time to recuperate, because things are going to be moving rather quickly. If you remember the beginning of last year, all the planets were direct. When we go into the new year, which isn't that far off, all the planets will be direct except for Uranus, but Uranus goes direct that first week of 2019. So, and then we'll have all that direct energy again, where we will have to just keep going, and things will be coming at us, and we have to make those decisive decisions. So we're given this time right now to reflect on what we truly want our path to be, who we want to become, what we want to step into. And that could be relationships, health, spirituality, career, job, what you do in the community, your stature within the community, lovers, friends, partnerships. And really think about your direction forward, your focus forward. And we're coming up on the new moon energy, so we should be releasing things right now. We're still in that full moon energy, and we will be until tomorrow, right? So this is our last chance to really allow some deep healing to come in, that the energy is protecting us and making us strong and making us courageous, so that we can look at things, so that we can let it go. Maybe it's completion. Maybe it's like, you know, you got to redo a room or something. So, you know, allow the completions, allow the endings, get it off your plate, rest, recuperate. With the Chariot, definitely rest, recuperate, and think about your path forward, your focus on you. We had the Two of Swords, so it's not a very strong energy to make decisions, but you are really weighing it out. You are really understanding it. You're not going to get the hints from outside sources here. You're going to intuitively know. It's believing in yourself. It's finding a belief, a courage to believe in your truth, in what you can do and what you can accomplish in your dreams. And there's a lot of emotion here, right? Look at those waves. They're just crashing behind you, one right after another. So there could be turmoil. Absolutely. And so but that turmoil is probably going to allow us an understanding of in which direction to move forward, in what we truly want and what we truly don't want in our lives. So look at any kind of turmoil or as much as you can embrace it. I know that's something that's so easy to say, but it's so hard to do. Trust me, I don't get out of jail free card for doing this. I have to walk the same path as you. So I'm the devil. Strong energy, the chariot starts, the devil ends. But this tells you about a release. This is very much the phoenix rising out of the ashes. This is, I had one deck where the devil kind of held the fool, which is the representation of us within the tarot, as a puppet. And it was, the feeling I always got was we needed to cut the strings. We need to where people are dependent on us or where we are too dependent on things and stand in our own independence. Allow things that hold you back to disperse, to be burnt in the flames, to let it go. Especially if it's not bringing you value, especially if it wears your energy, zaps your energy. This is the phoenix rising out of the ashes. This is seeing the best part of you come to life. So where do we allow those strings to impede us? Because this card is telling us that we can actually cut those strings. And I think I've shared this a lot in the last couple of weeks, but there is a meditation you can do, and you breathe deeply, imagine in your mind, asking Archangel Michael to come with his mighty sword and cut those connections, those cords that bind you to situations where you need to walk away from, whether it's an environment, relationship. It's good, an affirmation card for today. So strong, strong energy. And I really don't know if it's decision-making time. I think, the new moon energy, that's usually the time to really start making the decisions and moving forward. With the chariot there as our first card, I would have to say we are weighing out things. We are trying to see how the balance can come in, how the harmony can come in. And it's going to take courage on your part to actually be truthful enough with yourself to really see the steps you have to take going forward. So it's a heavy energy today. Now it is, in numerology, it's a 1 energy. So new moon affirmations, your wish will be granted when that magician's energy shows up in our life, and it is a 1 energy. Getting ready for that new moon, which will be an 11 energy, by the way. 11 for the month and the year, and then it adds up to, I think, 29. I'll have to check, but 29, I think. But it is an 11. So you want to talk about powerful. And I think at the end of the week, we have a 33 energy, which is extremely uncommon. And we have 15 temptation here. The forbidden apple. Wow, look at that. 15. Temptation and attachment. The material world is my playground, but I need to be careful not to be attached to the outcomes. This is a warning to me to watch for excess and to know what is not healthy for me. When this card shows up, it's a sign that I am focused on the material realm and need to be aware of any excess or addictive behavior, my own or that of others. Now, it's very much about cutting the cords today. And 15 energy. I would almost think that the new moon is at 15 degrees of Scorpio, but once again, I would have to look that up. I don't have it right up here right now, but I think it's 15. The material world is my playground, but I need to be careful not to get attached to the outcomes. It doesn't happen necessarily in the way that you thought it would. Hardly anything does in our life when we think about it. So expect the unexpected. And I've been saying that a lot with Uranus is retrograde. Expect the unexpected. Especially now it's going into Aries, so it's at that 0 degree or 30 degrees of Aries. Was in retrograde. And we walked through this energy over the last 7 years of Uranus being in Aries. So now we are returning to finish some things off. So, even if you think that something is quite radical that you are thinking about, you at least give it the thought, at least walk it through in your mind, different scenarios, because, I see this beam of light coming down. It could be an aha moment. It could be an epiphany. It could be something that you never saw as an actuality before being very plausible in your life. Let's get the animals out here. That's a weird card. Okay. Who wanted to show up? Look at that. Take a chance. ABBA. Who's singing? I won't sing because I do want subscribers, so I won't do that to you. Freedom, chance, fear, and passion. Life itself cannot give you joy unless you will it. Life gives you time and space. And it's up to you to fill it. If you've chosen Sea Star, it is a time for you to take a chance, a leap of faith. You've been lacking in energy and motivation, and it could be out of fear, or it could be that you were caught up with a bit of laziness and have beached yourself. It can be quite scary to change, and although you may feel stuck, you're never truly stuck. You have free will to change the course of where you want your life to go. Free yourself from the past and allow yourself to feel again. And allow yourself to feel again. You might be stuck in a dead-end job. Look for a different one in a different field that feeds your passion. You might be eyeing that cute girl at the coffee shop or looking at that cute boy who changed your oil, and yes, ask him or her out, but it could be that boy at the coffee shop and the girl who changed your oil. When you begin to take a chance on one thing, you will find it easier and easier to continue doing that in every part of your life, which will only draw you closer and closer to your ultimate success. You won't know unless you take a chance on you, your truth, your path forward. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.